Good morning, Monday morning quarterback, episode 9. Going to give you a quick tour of the new shop. It's not quite done, but enough to show you. Got a main entrance, showroom. Maggie hung some pictures over the weekend, so all of you guys who send us nice videos or nice pictures, we got some of that hung. Brad's going to lunch. We got an empty office here, bathroom, little break room for the guys, still kind of working on getting pictures and whatnot set up. Then you come in, everybody's leaving for lunch. You come in, you're greeted by Double D in the shipping area, inventory, shipping on this side, my office, little refreshment center that Maggie and Hudson set up, kind of cable building area, etching, some machines, shock inventory. Gonna build quarter midget shocks over here and dyno torsion bars. Our washer, bathroom for the guys. First picture we hung was a picture of Bagger racing a go-kart as a young boy. Jake's new office. And then all of our main shop building stations are over here. All the inventory, little PB area. So, still got some stuff laying around we're trying to get put away, but everybody worked really hard over the weekend to get us in a position to start building shocks today, which was the most important thing. So, we'll, in my office, don't really have a whole lot of stuff hung up yet. Some pictures of my family sprint car. We've got some more stuff to Jackson Bishop in his glory days. Couple pictures that were cool and important to me and Fox Boys and Stanbro after a win, me and my dad after a go-kart Grains, me and Hudson at the Speedway, and me and my wife. So, alright, let's get set up to answer questions. Okay, thank you everybody for joining. Last week was a busy week as we were getting moved, and as most of you saw, purchasing the business back. So that's really exciting for us. Something been working pretty hard on the past 3 or 4 months, putting that deal together. Sold the business in 2009, I believe, and have continued to run it for AFCO. But when the opportunity presented itself to get it back, it was something that Maggie and I were passionate about. She knows that the deep love I have for CSI and all of our customers, and something that we would like to run and continue to do into the future, and maybe something Hudson will do someday. So we thank everybody for their patience being closed for a whole week. That was the main reason for it, was we had to count inventory and do a bunch of stuff associated with that, and then obviously move. So thanks, Samson. We're working hard to get the shop up to our standards. So by the end of the week we should be flowing good, but the guys are building shocks today, and we're trying to get caught up on orders from last week. So scroll down here. So last week I didn't get to any races, was here moving, working late. Brad, who builds shocks for us and works on KT's car, they won the No Way Out 40, which was cool. That's the first race that we ever had shocks on a car in 2009, and Nick Foss won there, the original and the first No Way Out 40. So it was cool for Brad and KT to go down there. Pays 10 grand to win, big race. And Jake was headed to Hobstadt yesterday, got rained out. So other big winners on the weekend for us, Ashlyn Rodriguez won at Lemoore. Ryan Barr at Waynesfield. Jeff Wimenauer won the 305 race at Bloomington. Brandon Rose at Peru won the non-wing race using the new 18LT double adjustable. So we don't have a lot of micro guys using that new double, but he found success with that last week. Travis Center won the $2,000 at Clarksville. And Colton Hardy won an ASCS Southwest Wing 360 race. Landon Baldwin and Gavin Bochelle broke track records in the quarter midget side for us. So good weekend for us. Jake Mosley. Office is a little bigger. Wanted room to have meetings and team meetings and whatnot. So we had to build it out. So we just built it a little bit bigger. We had some extra space over here on the inventory side. So on tap this weekend. For me, Bloomington Friday, Jake's going racing with Hunter Schoenberg somewhere, not positive where, and then I'll be at Mini Indy Saturday and probably Terre Haute Sunday. So getting back in the swing of things. I got 3 more weeks here in the shop before I'll take a couple week hiatus. Jake will run the shop in my absence because I do the Speedway every year for Dry Reinbold. So we build shocks for those guys. At the Indy 500, 2-car team this year with Sage Karam and J.R. Hildebrandt. So I usually come in early in the morning, get stuff going, and then Jake runs it throughout the day, and then I'll pop in the evening when I get done at the Speedway. So Brody Fusion, or at Plaza Park non-wing, Jake Hagopian, in a D1, I assume. So awesome, thanks for that update. We mentioned the people that won last week that are they share us on social media so we know, and if you want us to mention you on Monday, tag us on social media and we'll try to get you added. Ben Worth, Lemoore Non-Wing. So we had a great week out in California with the micro scene, so that's awesome. We're looking forward to trying to get back out for California Micro Week this year, and man, it's been a goal to get to Deming for Clay Cup. It's a race I raced as a kid and love. The Lemleys have an awesome track up there. Just always falls during Battle at the Brickyard and Indiana Sprint Week, so it's tough, but trying to get one of us up there for Clay Cup in the near future. We love getting back. Most everybody that works here is from California or the West Coast, so we like getting back out there to see family and friends and customers. So we'll get going into the questions that were emailed in, and then anybody that's tuned in that has questions, just go ahead and comment and we'll answer your questions as we get rolling here. So first question was left rear rebound settings on a slick track for a dirt midget. Do you add rebound or take rebound out? So typically any car, we used to just take rebound out of the left rear when it got slick. Theory was get it to the right rear and stick to the right rear when the track slicks off. We still do that in most instances on a non-wing car, but on the wing cars, we're going to adding rebound in the left rear, adding rebound in the right rear, keeping the whole back end of the car down, trying to hold the attitude of the car with the shocks. But to answer this guy's question, a midget typically will take some rebound out of the left rear. I don't like taking a lot of rebound out of the left rear because I believe you lose a little bit of left rear drive. However, you do have to take some out so you can get the right rear into play and get more even traction across the rear tires. So you're not just driving off the left rear or just driving off the right rear. I believe if you take all the rebound out of the left rear, it does transfer over to the right rear and you get more right rear drive, but I think losing all your left rear drive is not good. We want both rear tires driving pretty evenly when the track slicks off. On a non-wing micro, would you recommend starting with more or less rebound on the left rear with a high bank track? So typically on a high bank track, you don't need as much because the car's carrying a lot of speed. It's pushed down on the left rear naturally with the banking, but we don't adjust it as much as you'd think. So flat track to banked, we pretty much start with our same settings. We would more so change it based on track surface. So good question there, Spencer. The next one that was emailed in was biking on a quarter midget and what's kind of the first move to cure that. So There's a lot of things you can do, but if you feel like your car's balanced good, but you're just having a biking issue when the tires get hot, first move for me is always just to drop the left side of the car, and that'll slow the transition of weight to the right and should help minimize or eliminate your biking. So lower the car, but especially the left side. I see some guys raise the right. I don't like to do that. I just rather drop the left a round or two to minimize that biking. So those are the only 2 questions we had emailed in. I think people left us alone. They knew we were busy getting moved. So anybody that's tuned in, fire away at your questions, and we'd love to get those answered for you. So anybody that watches this, share it with all your friends. We just are doing this every Monday, trying to help our customers and anybody that we can answer questions they might have left the racetrack confused or weren't sure, or just want somebody to bounce an idea off of. We're going to do our best to answer those for you. So thank you very much, Wes. We appreciate that. So yeah, just to recap, we did move last week. We're pretty much operational at the new shop. We still have a couple things we're working on, but we'll be back shipping shocks probably tomorrow. The guys are working, getting some shocks built and getting caught up. So web orders that were placed last week, those will all be shipping today and tomorrow. And we thank everybody for their patience with that. RJ, you're still my hero, and happy late birthday. So if nobody else has any questions, we'll sign off. Again, we post this for future reference. You can always go back and look. If you think of a question after the fact, you can just comment it here and we'll answer it next week. Or you can email me, which is Garrett, Garrett, at csishocks.com, and I'll answer it and then probably share it with the group next week. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Again, we appreciate your patience last week, and we look forward to serving you guys this year. Take care.